in you, dun 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 dun, coming through with the strength in you. Hey boo, hey, coming through with the strength in you. What it do, what it do, coming through with the strength in you. You made it, good job, strength in you, coming through, strength in you, coming through. Hey boo. Oh shit. Happy Monday. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? So glad you got a chance to tune in to some straight talk this morning. But let me not waste no time. Let's get my queen in of all things. Hey, girl, hey. Good
Hey, how
morning.
are you?
I'm good. How are you this morning?
Good, good.
Good, good, good. We coming into the Monday into the week with a good show, good topic, and some good energy, and some good flavor, and some good information, and some good. Cause this is what we're looking for all day, every day. We want smiles on your faces, we want energy in your heart, and we just got all this goodness going on. So we got a special guest today, and his name is Sean Colley. But we're gonna bring him in a little bit later, and it's gonna be an amazing show. But before we get into that, right now we're missing our king of all things. We don't know where he at, but we're wishing him well. Wisdom, sending you love. But let's go into this word of the day, y'all, because like I said, we got a good show ahead. And this word, I have no idea about this word. So tell me, can you tell me what this word?
Oh no.
So it looks like it's a fufara. Let's
Fufa.
go fufara. If you any of my guests, you got any not guests, but my listeners, if you got any idea if this word FOOFARAW, what does that word say and what do you think it means? I'm about to pull it up and we about to find out together. That's the beauty of this thing. That's the beauty of live. So I encourage y'all to join us on the YouTube or the Facebook so you can get all of the crazy action and find out what this stuff is with us. So let's see what this word means. Here we go. See, Monday word of the day. I also encourage y'all to use word daily. It helps you learn things. And
Fufra.
foofara. I was close.
Fufra.
Foofara. You got that? What you think, Courage?
Fufara.
Fufra.
Fufara.
Hoorah, foofara.
I feel like I'm in Africa.
Right.
Fufara.
It says a great deal of fuss or attention given to a minor matter. Oh, I can dig that. That's gonna be
Yeah.
perfect with the topic we got going on because it's a minor matter dealing with sexuality, but they make such a big fuss about things that's really none of our business anyway. But anyway,
Yeah.
showy frills added unnecessarily. So let's see. I'm not sure. Showy frills. You know what frills are?
No.
Okay, I don't either. But let's see. I will look it up, but I don't know if I want to. You should do that, Courage. Because in my interpretation of the first definition, a great deal of fuss or attention to a minor matter, I would think showy frills added unnecessarily means basically kind of putting fuel on a fire. You add unnecessary drama to a situation that don't need to occur. That's what I'm thinking. So if any
Oh,
of
I
our
know a lot of people do that.
so if any of our listeners know if I'm right or wrong, please let us know if Fufara is if I'm correct about that showy frills being unnecessary fire. Here we go, some sentences, y'all.
Fufara.
You want to take this first sentence, Courage?
I can't even hold on. Let me see. There was a lot of furor over something that I saw as just a minor
Quibble?
quibble.
I think so.
Quibble. I'll tell you, I told you country will have the whole sentence turned
Girl,
around.
listen, country, Midwest, all them people, I mess up everything. Don't feel bad. Okay, here we go. Next sentence, my turn. If you're going to make a foofara over my birthday, please make sure the cake is chocolate. Okay, so if you're gonna make a big deal over this cake, okay, all right. You want to take the last one? Or you want me to do it?
My mother says it's not a pageant dress unless it has at least 3 rows of furor.
Now I don't know nothing about that definition. That's a different one.
I
Three girls.
guess the dress had to be exaggerated, over the top, you know.
Yeah, yeah, exaggerated. You are so smart. No, we don't even worry about why this a word. Cause listen, I ain't taking y'all to school today. I ain't gonna take you to school today, but we learned food for us. So let's see if I can use that in a sentence for my own self. Mm, it is a fufara to exercise as a stroke survivor.
Okay.
Your
Okay.
turn.
It is a fufaral. I'm trying to get it right. It is a fufaral to prepare for this show. Cause I go like all over the top, you know. I have to have my makeup on and everything, and
I'm so glad you said that. See, because no, seriously, I was just gonna tell y'all at the end of the show, but I guess I'll tell you at the beginning and the end of the show that next week I think it's time for a Mimic Monday. We need a Mimic Monday, so maybe you can give the people a tutorial on your makeup. Because my intent is to give them a cooking tutorial on the grilled cheese with the meat inside of it. So that's something to think about. What your mimic money gonna be like? Make it a fufara.
over that.
Make it a fufara for Mimic Monday next week because it's gonna be lit. You're gonna get to learn how to cook a grilled cheese with the meat inside from a stroke you with the one hand, like and then,
Like
then
pow.
the encourager gonna hit you with that young makeup tutorial with the woo woo, like the Okay. So before I continue, let me also remind you to go ahead and run over to YouTube, subscribe to the channel, click that bell in the corner so you can get the notifications when we go live. Because it's always a positive, happy lit time on this show. And we still got time before our guests come in. And I had the idea because it's still Black History. I got a song for you guys, and I also have two other um, African African Americans that I want to talk about. Just two. We ain't gonna do a history lesson like we did last week. We ain't doing that. Just two people. Gonna make it quick. So this person, I don't know if you can see their face. See that face?
Come on, Willoughby.
His name is Martin Delaney. He was born May 6, 1812. He died January 24th, 1885. He was an abolitionist, a journalist, a physician, and a writer. And he argued, and arguably, my bad, the first proponent of Black nationalism. Now that's gonna be another word I'm gonna have to look up. Proponent. Hey, boo. Hey, Nadia, honey, love. Hold on. There you go. You can see it too. Okay. Also, Mr. Delaney was. You see, he led the Vigilance Committee that helped relocate refugee slaves. He joined integrated military to help defend the Black community against white mob attacks. He founded the Mystery, the first African American newspaper published west of the mountains. One of the first three Black men to enroll in Harvard Medical College in 1850. That's amazing. And also commissioned as a major and first African American field officer in the United States Army during the American Civil War. Martin Delaney, he is an American um, all-time star. And thank you, girl. So don't think I'm crazy. She told me she loved my hair. So one more person, y'all, just one more person, and I'll leave you alone with the history lesson. But this is important. I want us to really start incorporating this. Maybe once a month, we just go on a little bit of history. And if you have some people you want us to know about that's not being broadcast, let us know because we want to share who they are and what they've done for the world. Not just Black people, all people. But right now it's special to us because it's our month. So I'm celebrating. I got my I lived in her projects. They probably weren't meant to be projects, but because life was what it was back in the day. Miss Ada B. Wells.
Mm.
I never really knew what all this lady did, so I'm about to learn with you. Miss Ida B. Wells was born July 16th, 1862. She died March 25th, 1931. Wait, did I say 1862? I did say that right. Okay. She was a journalist, a newspaper editor, a suffragist, a sociologist, and a feminist.
Mm.
Okay. She was the leader of the civil rights movement, active in women's suffrage and the rights. In 1887, she sued the uh, I can't wait. I know how to say this. Chesapeake. Wait. Wait. Hold on.
It's so
What's
right
this
there.
word, y'all? I'm gonna spell it to you. Let's see if you smarter than a stroke survivor. Okay, I know this word too. Chesappeake. Who know that word? Okay.
Chesapeake.
Look, I'm trying to let you see it. And this is why it's important for y'all to tune in live. That very first sentence. In 1887, she sued the Chesapeake. That's what it's going to be.
Chesapeake.
Chesapeake. And the Ohio Railroad Company for $500 and won. But she had her case overturned by the Supreme Court of Tennessee. Tennessee. She brought a portion of a Memphis newspaper, the Free Speech and Headlight, and she used it as her platform to champion African American civil rights. Ida B. Wells co-founded the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. Oh, she was a co-founder of the NAACP, y'all, in 1909. And she also documented lynching in the United States in the 1890s. And she wrote that it was often used in the South as a way to control and punish black people who competed with whites. So that is Ida B. Wells and Mr. Martin Delaney. They are American history today. They are amazing individuals, and I am proud that they are a part of my history. Yes. So they are a fufara, which means they are a big deal. Yes, the word of the day. I encourage y'all to learn that word and try to use it throughout the day. So we're still waiting on our guests to arrive, y'all, but it's all good because this is going to give my boo Courage a chance to give us a little. We're going to talk about, matter of fact, we're going to talk about the thing with Courage right now. Did you catch the Super Bowl? I need to know if any of my viewers caught the Super Bowl in this halftime act by Rihanna, because you know it's trending right now. Did you catch the Super Bowl?
No, I did.
You didn't
I
catch the
didn't watch.
So you ain't watched the reveal of the baby like bow.
Mm.
Girl, Rihanna was suspended in the air like 13 feet or something. I don't know how many feet, but she was up there by yonders and she was hitting it with the little baby in her stomach and then popped the baby out like, it didn't literally fall out, but like she revealed she revealed her lovely lady lump in the front. And it was real pretty. And she's beautiful pregnant. Shout out to Rihanna, girl. You are gorgeous and glowing as a prego. We love it.
So no, I didn't get to catch the Super Bowl.
Yeah, well, I don't actually watch sports to be honest, but I was like, I want to watch the halftime show and the commercials. The commercials was kind of whack, but the Super Bowl was, the halftime show was lit, and she danced for like 13 minutes of like performing different songs, and it was a. Let me know your thoughts on the Super Bowl, guys. Chime in, give us your thoughts.
Look, I'm gonna have to go back and watch it because that's the only thing I be wanting to watch is the halftime.
And that was the only part that I was in it for. I was like, I'm gonna get out there perform me a halftime show. We're gonna have stroke twerking on the mat. It's gonna be that booty cheek gonna be. I'm trying to tell what
Well, we can't do it for 13 minutes. They'll have to call them ambulance people.
Then struck twerked on the floor and can't get back up. Literally. You ain't lying. But no. So while we waiting, I'm just gonna talk about the topic and what it is because I kind of want to know y'all thoughts. I want to know Courage's thoughts because this in particular topic is about homosexuality being a choice. You're told all the time. Well, not told. You hear. At least I've heard that it ain't like I got a choice. Like I was born
Mhm.
this way. What have you heard from um, gay people about their choice or their gayness? I don't know how to their their choice.
I've heard that they was born that way. I've heard that I was born in the wrong body.
Hmm.
I guess it depends on how they feel,
Yeah,
how this came about.
yeah,
Now, what do I think? I have two different. I think at first I was like, why would someone want to choose this? For the simple fact that if we take it back, they was targeted. People was killing them, people was abusing them, people was homosexual. So why would they choose to
right.
be in something that could cause trauma to their life?
I understand what you're saying. You asking why would you choose to be a target in a way?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good question. And I can't wait till this guest. See, right now, guys, our guest is also a full-time student. And so he's in school finishing up class. And so class will be out for him in the next few minutes and he's gonna hop right in here. But he's also finna start his own podcast and I'm gonna let him tell you everything about it. But I know the title of it right now is Color Your Truth. And
Mm.
the part of that I heard the title and I was like, ooh, that's deep because everybody has their own truth. Even two different gay people have different truths of why it is that they may be gay. Maybe somebody was molested and now that they just what they register with now, or maybe like this in particular topic is a choice, or like you said, feeling different inner body than outer body. So it's just I guess the matter of a person. And it's like coloring your truth gonna look different than the color of somebody else's truth. And that's why it's important that you don't compare your color to nobody else's. And that means in your truth, not in race, even though that plays such a huge role in the world right now. But
Yes.
your truth is your own. Like, even if we both color something red, my red might look different than your red because I may press harder on the crayon than you may press. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Mm-hmm.
different. Let's see. Miss Sherry said it was a great and exciting game the whole time. Rihanna did great. Yes, honey. People were complaining, more so men, of course, because they wanted to see her whine and grind a sexual dance. People didn't know she was pregnant. I enjoyed everything. I did too, Miss Sherry, and that's what they get because that's the problem. Everything is based around when it comes to women. It's all about sexuality. And first of all, being a mother is sexy. Let me
Thank
put that out there because do you know how hard it is to do what you do as a mom and still look good? But like for real. But no, everybody's focused around like sexual things with dancing and the way we dress, and that's a whole nother girl. Listen, that's a
you.
good.
Just
That's
being a black woman is sexy. Just being a woman is sexy.
being a woman, absolutely. And then her being pregnant made it even sexier to me. To
Hmm.
me, and maybe just because I appreciate a woman, you know what I'm saying? So that could be it. So my guest just hit me up, y'all, and said he'll be here in a second. He's getting out of class. Yay. Because we're talking on this topic about him, and I want him to be engaged in it and involved in it because it's
Yeah.
important that we talk about and just get some clarity, you know what I'm saying, from the source. We're speaking from two straight black women. So we got our opinions, but to be fair, opinions are like assholes. We all got one. So
Yeah.
what better to get it from the actual person who lived this life? Because Now I'm so ready to get into that question of why would you choose to be a target? Because that's a great question. And while we wait on him to get out of class, I also, in light of Black History Month, my nephew is a Black king. He is a great father. He does basketball. He works full time. When I tell y'all he grinds, he does everything. And now he got this music, right? And I was like, I want to share with my people and I want to see what they think. So I'm going to play this music in the background and I want you to give me your feedback. I think it's only like 3 minutes. So I hope you can tolerate 3 minutes of your time and just give us your honest opinion. Everything is about honesty on this show. Ain't no wrong answer. You ready, sugar?
Ready?
His name is Nema. Nema.
Hey, I be telling people I ain't religious, but yeah, I'm spiritual. That don't mean I'm all good though, cause demons are spirits too.
No.
On Sundays, I saw how God put people in chairs. So I went to church to buy expensive prayers. I put my last in that bucket, why save my tithes for later? I was under impressions I could pay God for favors. Thought God would play some favorites if I put my head in the books and then I turned the pages. I thought in God we trusted, being my check-ins and savings. Becoming this mature, yeah, it took me ages, 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 it took me ages. Thank God I turned the pages. It took me ages, it took me ages, it took me ages, yeah, it took me ages, it took me ages, it took me ages, it took me ages. Thank God I turned the pages. Yeah, I ain't perfect, but I'm worthy. I'm returning what you showed me. Yeah, you knew me, you don't know me. I ain't perfect, but I'm worthy. I'm returning what you showed me. Yeah, you knew me, you don't know me. I know I'm secure. This I can assure. No, I can endure. Yeah, I know I'm secure. This I can ensure. I know I can endure. It took me ages. 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 Thank God I turned the pages. It took me ages. It took me ages. It took me ages. Yeah, it took me ages. It took me ages. It took me ages. It took me ages. Thank God I turned the pages.
What if I want complete control of all the people around me? What if I want to be on the minds of the people who doubt me? What if I want you to drink my blood and want you to eat my body? What if I want you to sacrifice yourself just to say that you found me?
Hey, yes, yes, yes. Okay, so what that was a young artist by the name of Nema. That song was called Ages, and feedback is welcome. And all we're trying to do is promote him a little bit. That wasn't necessarily what the show was about, but I thought that I would show, since it's Black History Month, I had to put some Black energy out there and get some feedback, some honest critique. So please feel free to hit those comments and give us honest feedback as we still wait on our special guest to arrive about this young topic. But somebody said
I would like when you get the whole song, could you like send it to me because I kind of felt that him saying it took me pages for the song.
okay, I
I
will
like
have him.
that. I like
Okay,
that.
you liked it.
Mhm.
Got you.
Yeah.
Appreciate you. I'm sure he appreciates your feedback again. His name is Nima, up and coming. Not necessarily trying to be a right, but just trying to be successful in any game that he touched. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's basketball, the game of life with his kids, the game of music. When I tell you anything that's positive, I'm all about promoting it and trying to put that energy out there because we need more positivity and good energy in the world right now. And we're so consumed with darkness and all that. So now we're just trying to change it up. But guess what? Guess what? You see the smile? Do you see the smile? You know what that smile means. We got our king in the scene. This the other king on the scene, our special guest. Hello, baby. How you doing?
Hello. Hey, how's it going? How's it going?
It is
Fine.
good to see your face. You so handsome, boy.
Thank you. Thank
Hey.
you.
Well, welcome. Thank you for taking out your time to come to the show and give your side of what you think this means for you and all that kind of stuff. Because it's not about getting negative feedback anybody. This is really just solely a story from one person to the next, and it's to promote, like I said, we're coloring his truth. Everybody has their own truth, and every color looks different. So we just want to shine a
Absolutely.
light on that color and not judge what it looks like because we're all love and we're all appreciated and we appreciate him. So tell people a little about you, honey, Mr. Sean Anthony.
Yes. So, how's everybody going? Just a little bit about myself. I'm here in Chicago. I am a homosexual, 32 years old. Basically, on the subject matter in general, when it comes to sexual homosexuality, period. My take on it basically is that it's a choice. It's a choice. I believe it's a choice. It's something that I don't necessarily think that I was um, born with. I know a lot of people in the community, the LGBT community, think that we're born this way, but it's not my opinion on it. There's no such thing as the gay gene. It's not been scientifically proven. So yeah.
I love that. I love
Hmm.
that. Now, before we go really in depth with that, because I got some questions about that gay gene and all that, because I don't believe in it either. I'm also with you in believing that it's a choice. Everything in this world is a choice. I don't think
Absolutely.
you're born with no like perception of what you're going to be doing until you make a choice of what it is that you enjoy doing or whatever that is. So but before you came in, we was kind of buying a little time and we were just talking about a little stuff. And my girl Courage had a question, and it was just the question. I was like, "Ooh, that's a really good question." And I was like, "We're gonna ask that as soon as he get in," because I was like, "I would love to hear his thoughts on that." We was talking
Hmm.
about being targeted and how gay
Okay.
people are aware that the world everybody isn't happy with the choice of being homosexual. So you kind of put a target on your back when you make that choice to be homosexual. And Courage, would you like to ask the question you asked?
I ask why would a person choose, especially as a black male? We already got one target. He already has one target because he has to be accepted as a black male, and then to choose to be homosexual that's a second target. So why would you choose?
So here's the thing, and this is why, and it's a good question, and this is why I say it's a choice. Because I already stated that there's no such thing as the gay gene. It's never been scientifically proven.
Facts.
And so think about when you come into the world. This is for two. Think about when you come into the world. Uh, it's almost like a blank canvas.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like a blank canvas. You know nothing about nothing. Everything that excuse me, give me a minute to like really formulate and put this together. So you're just basically like a blank canvas. You only know what is taught
Mm-hmm.
consciously or subconsciously. we all have preferences, and those preferences help you decide your choice.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I
You
understand.
you 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 prefer an apple because you like the way an apple tastes
We'll take two.
Mm.
versus an orange. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Me, for instance, I was raised in a house, mother and father. I also have a brother who is heterosexual.
Mm-hmm.
Him and I are not even a year apart. We're 11 months apart. Same upbringing. But because I am Sean and he is who he is, we both have different preferences.
Mm-hmm.
My brother is a very masculine guy. I wouldn't consider myself a very feminine guy, but I'm not the most masculine.
Right.
And I think that comes from preferences. The things that I like versus the things that he likes. My brother likes sports. I don't typically care for sports. I'm a more creative person, you know what I mean? And I like arts, the music, things like that. Um, just to dive a little bit more into it, growing up, I was always around females.
Mm-hmm.
I was the baby. I was the youngest male for a very, very long time in my family. So I was baby. I was shiny poo poo and all of this. And being around my aunts, my mom, older women in my family, I will always hear them talk about my man, my husband, or this and this and that. So unconsciously, not knowing, these things are being soaked into me.
Mm.
And from those being soaked into me, you start to develop preferences, and preferences become choices, the things that you like. You see what I'm saying? Everything is taught to us. You know nothing about sex, whether it's heterosexual or homosexual,
Mm-hmm.
until it's taught to you. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying? It's the same principle. Everything is taught, but because of your preferences, that's how you make your choice. Because being a homosexual, I can still choose to be, you know, I can still choose to sleep with women. I don't have to choose to sleep with men.
Okay. Now I understand what you're saying.
Do you
Your
understand what I'm
choice.
saying?
Yeah.
It's still a choice.
Okay.
Everything
Hold
is
on.
a
Let's address a
choice.
few things, guys, because we got to cover. You got the fuel fire. So
Yeah.
it's like a choice. So remember, guys, opinions are like assholes. We all have one. So make sure we are kind with the comments we're making. So let's see.
Oh,
That would choose to be hated is idiotic. I can appreciate that.
I mean, you got it, and I do appreciate that, and I understand that. But you're not choosing to be hated. You're choosing what you like.
Right. So let's
People
repeat out
hating,
loud so
people
the
hating
listeners,
you, people
let's let
hating you. Go
and
ahead. I'm
listen.
sorry.
I was gonna say your listening viewers got to know what we're talking about, so they'll know what we're referring to. The idea that anyone would choose to be hated is idiotic. And as Sean is addressing, go ahead, Sean. While I let our other
well,
host speak.
It's not idiotic. It's not idiotic at all. You making a choice for yourself. That's just what it is. It's a choice for yourself. The idiotic part is that someone can't respect your
come
decision for
on.
yourself. That's the idiotic part, because in the same token, on the other hand, you want me to accept your choice,
Right.
but you can't respect and respect my choice for myself. Everybody on this earth has a choice. That's what life is about. You
Okay. Then we said
choosing.
my question I deal with is how do I accept in homosexuality when my religion tells me not to? Oh, that is a great question.
That is because I,
Because
I
the
I
war,
consider myself a very religious person, and it's been a conflict of mine myself. But the thing is, you have to have a relationship with God, No sin is greater than the other in his eyes.
What you said.
He who's without sin shall cast the first stone. God knows your heart from the beginning. And he knew the end and the beginning.
Facts.
So you shouldn't be conflicted by what other people put on you because you got your own relationship with God.
Absolutely.
If you're a believer, if you believe in him, what should it matter what somebody else says?
Or do.
What should it matter? It should only matter about the relationship you have with God, because God knows everybody falls short in the glory of the Lord.
Right.
You ain't gonna be perfect. You ain't gonna choose the same things that he chose. Life is gonna have its trials and its ups and downs, but you gotta stay true to yourself and stay true to yourself and stay true to him. Cause can't no rock hide you. He know you.
Period, Pooh. Courage, did you have something to say to that before we go to the next comment?
Me personally, this is my take on it. I don't care. Like, you're not gonna agree with me, but I think anybody that consider hate on a person by their truth in a matter that they shouldn't even have to know their truth in this situation is an idiot person. As a religious state, for one, you sinning because you judging that individual. You judge. And he say, love my children as you love me. So regardless of what sin that they go through or do, your job is to love them as you love Jesus, as you love Christ. He's not going to ask me about, well, why you accepted this person and they was doing this. He going to ask me, was I here carrying on what his commands, not who I accepted in my life and choose to love. So that's another thing you have to come in yourself with, your relationship with God. That's what's going to have to get deeper. Because you know what they say, point one finger, 2 points back at you.
Yeah, that's true. They said, I can't for the life of me fathom saying that the overwhelming love I have for my partner comes from a choice. I can, sugar, because you chose that partner. Everybody you encounter, you didn't choose them. It was something about that person that you chose. So you made a choice, honey. Whether you knew it or not, subconsciously, you made that choice. I knew I liked boys before thinking of them sexually.
That comes from a preference still. It still comes from a preference. Even if it see that's the thing. Everybody wants to equate to sex. That's something completely different. I mean, although it's sexuality, but sex is something completely different. It still goes back to preference and choice.
I think
All
so.
of it is from preference and choice. Preference and choice. Because, like I said before, you can be gay and choose not to even sleep with men.
Yeah.
It's a choice. It's all a choice. And that's what God gives us. God gives us free will. Since we brought up religion, he wouldn't be a just God if he did not give us free will to choose what we want. He knows that from the beginning to choose. Now, I'm not saying, now, I know there are people that think that homosexual, being gay is just absolutely flat out wrong. I do understand that. I do understand that. But who's to say what is right and who's to say what is wrong?
We're human at
And
the end
some
of the day.
people,
And go ahead, sugar.
and some people, use the reference as to God made Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. God said, be fruitful and multiply. But God also knows that we were born into sin. Even the animals lay with the same sex.
That's true. That is a
Who
true.
got two dogs that hump on two dogs? That's the side effects of being born into sin.
That is true.
And he knows that. That's why he gave his only begotten son, because he know that we could not walk straight on our own because we were already faulted
But
through
with that
birth.
being said,
But he still allowed us to give us choices.
But with that being said, it's kind of with what that person, that Facebook user was saying, knowing everything you know and saying it the way you just said it, knowing that that's just a part of sin and we're not supposed to go out of our way. Now, I guess not say go out of our way, but not purposely. We're not supposed to purposely sin. So why would you purposely be heterosexual knowing that it's because of sin that made you choose this?
Okay, give it to me. Give it back to me one more time.
Okay. Knowing that God knows that you were born into sin. Knowing this, why would you choose to purposely choose to sin on purpose, knowing that you can't be fruitful and multiply this way?
See, this is the thing. Everybody has their own story
Right.
and their own cross to bear. If it
Mm-hmm.
was not so, we would not be individuals. We'll
Right.
be all one person. Everybody has their own story, and
Absolutely.
it's, and that's
He's
and
asking
that's the
questions,
answer.
honey. So
And
okay,
that's the
okay.
answer to that.
It's just
Even though you
everybody
might
their
be
own person.
everybody is their own person. Everybody has their own cross to bear. What is your story?
So it's just back to question.
How can you give God the glory in the end from
Okay,
telling
I
your
got you.
story
I
and your
got you. Okay,
choice? You
so it
see what
makes
I'm
sense.
saying?
I understand it in this aspect. It made me understand in this aspect. I know that I'm not supposed to purposely hurt my temple, but I drink and I've smoked and stuff like that, but I purposely done it. You know what I'm saying? And God ain't happy about it, but what did I do to rectify that? That's my burden to bear with
How
God.
did
So I
how
understand
did
what
you
you
give it
mean.
back to God? How did you give
Yeah.
him the glory in your struggle and your cross? Because when Jesus came down, he bared the cross.
Yeah,
But he
sugar.
bared the
Sean is a
cross of the world.
no. Sean is a homosexual.
Yes, I am gay.
And members of the panel. Okay, what's up, honey? Yes, we are heterosexuals. What's your question, boo? I can't wait for this question. This is Mr. Wisdom. Welcome, welcome. While we waiting on your
Hi.
question,
I had it was an inappropriate time to start the show. I was at my brother's and it was like kids and everything, so I was like, let me get in the car and join the show. But I'm just like, I'm. Thank you for being here, Mr. Anthony. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm just kind of listening at this point, trying to catch up with the conversation, and there is like validity to what Mr. Anthony is saying. Like we, I believe it is a choice. I don't think you're born um, one way or the other, right? So
wait, I don't
yeah,
understand. Hold on, Wisdom. I'm sorry. This is supposed to be the question, I think. Okay, but what's the question, honey? He's saying choose to switch right now. I think he's saying, "Oh, are you telling the heterosexuals to choose a switch?" Oh, baby, let me tell you, I switch every time I choose to want to kiss a girl, feel on her booty, or do whatever else I want to do with her when I feel like doing it. So I don't choose to say I'm either side because I'm who I want to be at the moment where I want to be. So I don't even choose heterosexual or homosexual. I'm just a person. So whatever this person feel like in that moment, that's what I'm doing. So you ain't got to wait for me, baby. Mr.
Mhm.
Wisdom and Courage, can you switch at any time?
I guess,
I
but
don't know. I
you know,
like
I
my.
like I like where I'm at.
I like where I'm at. Okay, they said it's the same as the rest. If the stuff in the Bible people choose is up to holds the parts that they want of the Bible, we all fall short every single day. I just don't get why this subject is so harshly judged. Oh, well, I want to clarify something, baby. We're not judging anything. We're just trying to shine a light that there is color in everybody's truth and it looks different for everybody. And there should be no judgment and we should love despite what somebody chooses to do with their personal time because it's their business. So we don't, this particular panel, we don't care what you choose to do with your personal business because we love you regardless. You're just a
Yeah.
person like people. So that's the part we're trying to kind of put out there that you're just a person. We don't care about who you want to be with. That's your business. The fact is that all of the religious contexts make this an unwinnable argument and an issue that literally has no religious precedent. I don't think we were trying to talk religious, honey. Oh, they're talking in general. Now I'm confused. We have to bring you on the show and put your name up there. We don't even know who you is.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry. Continue. That just was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, and it isn't about religion. And when me referencing God and the Bible is just to say we all are here for a purpose, and and us being here, we all have choices. We all have the ability to navigate
Okay,
our
Marie.
our pursuit of happiness in a sense. Whatever brings you happiness, whatever brings you joy, whatever brings you peace, comfort, love, and those things, that is your choice. Just
Yes,
like anything else. The pursuit of your happiness is up to you and your willingness and your choice and what you want to do.
absolutely. I couldn't agree with that more. And that's really why the title of this thing is homosexuality is a choice because people think that they're only born that way. No, everything is a choice. Everything we do in this world is a choice, no matter what it is. Whether it's to cuss today, whether it's to eat healthy, whether it's to go for a walk, whether it's to hug, literally everything we do. So, I mean, that's what it was all about. And it's really just about shining that light, like I said, because it's love. And Sean Anthony, no, we love him. Strength and you
That's
loves
right.
him. Like
I love you guys too. Love.
there is, yeah. But Wisdom, did you have anything for Mr. Anthony? Because I know you were saying stuff before. I had
No, no, I agree with what he's saying. Um, I believe like that we have like we need to have more of this type of discussion, right? When you stop talking about something, is when the progress dies, right?
yeah,
Like no
it
one
makes it
moves
okay.
forward, and that's one thing I like about this show is that we're not scared to take on those risky subjects, right? Um,
Mhm.
but I believe, in my opinion, and like you said earlier, everyone has one. In my opinion, it is a choice, right? I think if you choose, that you like boys and you get off on being with a guy, then that's your prerogative, right? Like, who am I? Who are you to tell the other person how to live their life?
Right.
Like
Mhm.
we have our own individual like struggles. Everyone does. Um, but yeah, I agree. In my opinion, I think it is a choice, and it has nothing to do with like religion or nothing. Because I'm fairly religious myself. Um, but yeah, you like what you like.
And it is what it is. Hold on, guys. We got a good one. Wait, hold on. Let me see what they say.
Ooh, that's a long one.
I chose to love and not view myself as a sin. I've loved and been loved without consequence and with an utmost abandon. So I choose to see the world as a place where the choice here is to love your neighbor or not.
Mhm.
Dig that.
I agree.
Absolutely.
Also, I think you guys think I'm upset, but I'm definitely not. I'm just debating hard. Okay.
No, we
Okay.
don't think.
We don't think you upset. I just wanted to make sure you knew that we weren't upset and that we're not bashing that there is no hate here. It's all love. So we guess we had to clarify for each other. But I'm glad it's a good debate heart because that means it's a good topic. And as Wisdom said, we have to talk about this kind of stuff more often so it can become a norm. This is normal stuff to talk about. It shouldn't be swept under the rug and people feel like they less than because of what they choose. It's their preference. And should none be wrong with people having their preference. That's what makes us
Yeah,
individuals. And that's the beauty of being
Absolutely.
individuals.
I
So
agree. I don't want nobody to come around me and feel like that they have to hide who they are. And at the same time, some things I don't need to know about in order for me to have a connection with you.
Hmm. Absolutely.
that's a
Absolutely.
fact.
And you know what? I do believe last season you guys talked about just the fact of or sexuality,
Mm-hmm.
and why, you know, sometimes in society it's important to even present what you are, or and it shouldn't be. And I agree with you, courage. Like, we should always try to not even, for lack of a better word, judge, but get to know a person and know the intent of their heart. That's what truly should matters when interacting with anybody before it even gets to a sexual part. And I guess that's why you have other categories now when it comes to sexuality, anyways, like pansexuals, because that's exactly what it means, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that has been broken down because we've been so focused on sex. You know what I'm saying? That now we got all these different categories and none that's been important. We haven't broke down the brain yet into cognitive and emotional and we ain't did that. So why do we have to break down all this sexuality? Like, it's to me irrelevant because the heart of a person is what matters the most anyway.
Mhm.
And that's just what I
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I
Well,
mean,
think
look
about
at
some of the people. Think about some of the people that think it's okay to be in a relationship with their own blood. See, we ain't gonna talk. They don't want to bring that up.
listen.
I mean,
I'm like, now listen.
I'm,
I think that might be a subject for another day.
Look,
Yeah,
we
I, I
talked
that
mean,
about
I
question.
that
mean,
one time, and Junior was so uncomfortable. We talked. Look, he over there like, here we go again. Don't start this.
Don't start that.
okay. I'm just saying, if you go judge, then judge everything. If you go judge,
We're not in
Well, that's the
Alabama.
that's the
Last
that's
time I
the
checked.
But I do want to talk about this more often, Sean. I would love to have you as another guest again because this was an awesome show. And you get
absolutely.
to speak to
Thanks for
us from
having
kind
me.
of two generations because you're 32. So you kind of in that in between. So you can kind of
hmm
talk from the younger generation and the older generation. And I
Yep.
know the younger generation kind of got a little bit worse than we had it just because it's so much to it now that it's like my son come home from school, he like, I couldn't even talk to a girl because she's like, you didn't call me by the right pronouns. What the hell?
Hey, it's a thing. Yeah.
And this shouldn't be though. It's like whatever happened to us teaching our kids to just be happy with who they are and just love who you are, not be like, I gotta be this way because this is what I feel like I'm supposed to. No, you can still be who you are and do what you enjoy and what you prefer. It is what it is. But yeah, no, I would definitely love to have you on here, not even just to talk about this show, but also to talk about your show, Color Your Truth. I
Yes.
can't wait to see that
Yes.
show come
Yes.
out in this air. I cannot wait because I believe that is going to change the land and the game on what it means because you're honest about stuff and you ain't scared to call a thing and put it out there. So I'm excited
Absolutely.
for your future and your podcast. Y'all need to go find Sean Anthony. Sean, tell them how to find you.
You guys can find me on Facebook at Sean Anthony. At Sean Anthony or Sean Colley, or you can go follow me on Instagram at just one just me.
Just one, just me. I like that name.
Drop that and drop the T's. Drop the T's.
Okay. Drop the T's, y'all. Don't be spelling right. We don't do that. Courage, do you have anything you want to leave the people with?
Oh,
I'm
wait, wait,
a
wait! Before you go, I also want to say, catch color your truth. It'll be coming to you this fall, preferably sometime in September. So be looking out for that. We're gonna have some good things for you guys this
Well,
year.
definitely let us know when it's coming out. We will definitely
yeah.
promote you on this show because you are amazing and the message that you have to give to the people is very necessary. So please, please, please let us know when you're coming out. Give us links and all that good stuff so we can help promote you because you matter and what you're doing is awesome.
Thank you so much. Thank you guys for having me. It was real nice. You guys have a good one.
You do the same. Thanks again, Miss Courage. I cut you off.
Oh, this episode just shows that we just need to love more. I
Yeah,
mean, it doesn't depend on a person and what they choice is. Just love a person as they heart, into their heart. Know them. as who they are and accept them. It takes so much out of you to judge and hate than to just love.
Facts. I couldn't agree with that more. Well, Wisdom, I know you got in late on the show.
Yeah, I got in super late, and I'm sorry, but I love Anthony, Sean Anthony. I think he's a great example of
Mhm.
like keeping a conversation going and being smart about it, and not letting your emotions kind of take over your logic,
Mhm.
right? Like he
Right.
came back, everything really well thought out. He wasn't emotional with his thoughts, and that's what, like I said before, and I'll say it again. That's why I like doing the show because we talk about everything on here, everything.
Literally.
Like you had told me earlier last week that we were doing the show, and I totally forgot. And then I went online, and I was like, "Oh, we're doing that today." And then you were like, "Oh, we're doing this, you idiot," and I was like, "Oh, my bad." But yeah, next week I'll be regular. This week was kind of an anomaly for me. I feel like Jeff Roberts coming in for the car, but yeah, it was a great episode. Though for the time I was here.
Appreciate it. We're glad you still made it. I know life happens sometimes, so the fact that you still made it, whether you in the call or not, is awesome. And I'm glad you really enjoyed the show. And I think that we're gonna really just start like Courage said, promoting this love and talking about this kind of stuff more often. Because as you said, this is the show where we do it because we are fearless. We survive strokes. Why we can't be scared to have a conversation. So we're gonna talk about whatever.
Yeah, for real.
You know what I'm saying? We stroke survivors, so ain't no fear here. So we're gonna just put it out there. Next week is gonna kind of be in the air because we're gonna do a Mimic Monday show. So tune in, guys. We encourage you to be live so you can get all of the good, the what's the word, the antics with the live shows. You get better views with the live. And intend on showing y'all how to make grilled cheese with meat inside because that's how I like mine. And then Courage was gonna hit y'all with a little makeup tutorial. And now that we got our brother Junior on, he can tell you what he might possibly hit you with next week.
Well, I have no idea.
I know,
Okay.
To be honest,
you know,
I have no idea. But I'm gonna come with something. I'm gonna do something. So pay attention. Stay tuned.
Okay, because
yeah.
good. I'm excited because if I don't, no, I ain't gonna say that. Yes, I am. I was gonna say something funny, y'all, and tell y'all if I don't get to cook for y'all and show y'all how to do the grilled cheese, then I'm gonna stroke twerk.
Make your cheese. Make your sandwich.
I'm-
Let my girl stroke her. Put the cash app up there.
Yes, she does enough of that. She does enough of
So also I want to remind you guys to tune in every Wednesday. We got Strokes of Humor. Join Comedic Killing the group so you can watch it live, or it'll be live on the Strengthen You page so you can watch it, and also YouTube. And
What's YouTube?
also we have support group every Friday evening. That is 4 Pacific, 5 Mountain, 6 Central, 7 Eastern, and it's safe, it's judgment free,
Yeah,
it's
good
private.
job.
Right? I did good, right? And don't
Yeah.
forget to like, subscribe, share, download, support your people because we need you. It takes you to help us send us stars so we can keep going. Motivate us like we're trying to motivate you to keep this going because this positivity and this motivation is necessary in this world full of darkness. Let me breathe.
I thought you was finna sneeze.
No, I had to get a breath in before I reminded y'all to adjust your crowns. But before I did that, I wanted to see if y'all wanted to put some positivity and inspiration out there so I can rest my box.
Yeah, if you guys want, I've been doing a little more frequently the motivation time. If you are having issues with getting motivated, I do on the Strengthen You Facebook page. I do like twice a week. I do a motivation time where I put a little video together. I have a quote of the week. So check that out because I put a lot of work into it, and it's always good. I always have a good message, so check it out.
Definitely, and we love your motivation times. You
We
actually
sure
get me
do.
back. I got on a treadmill this morning because I thought about it. So yeah, we about to make moves together because we're a team in this, y'all. Ain't nothing we can't do together. Don't forget when you down, there's nowhere else to go but up. Put that crown on. Put the lantern inside your crown. Turn that light up. Let radiate positivity all over your body. You ain't accepting nothing negative. You only bringing good energy into your life. We love you with everything we got in us. And as always, we appreciate you for being here and taking the time out to watch our show. Until next time, my loves.
Bye.